THV 11 is your election central. We're working really hard to get you ready to head to the polls over the next 2 weeks. That includes breaking down your questions and claims. Tonight, our Verify team is answering questions about people who find themselves registered to vote in more than one state.
The Verify team wants to be a resource for you as we get closer to the 2020 election. We want to separate fact from fiction so you know what's real. Recently, a colleague came to us after finding out that she was registered not just in Maryland, where she lives, but Pennsylvania, where she used to live. Double registered. And it turns out she's not alone. All over social media, you'll find people posting about how they're registered in multiple states. So let's do a deep dive on the issue and verify. Is it legal to be registered in multiple states? How does this happen? And what are states doing to fix this?
My name is Sophia Lynn Lakin.
My name is Raul Macias.
I'm David Becker.
Here are sources for this one, a trio of voting rights experts. Let's start with Raul Macias from the Brennan Center for Justice, who says there's a pretty simple explanation here.
So somebody could be registered in a state and then they move to a new state and re-register to vote in that new state. It is pretty common.
In fact, the latest data on this subject, a Pew report from 2012, found that at that time, 2.75 million people were registered in multiple states.
That is in itself not illegal.
Sophia Lynn Lakin from the Voting Rights Project at the ACLU says there's typically a lag between when you move and when your old state kicks you off the voter rolls.
It won't necessarily happen right away. So in that period of time, until you get kicked off of your former state's rolls, you are registered to vote in 2 different places.
Our experts say it's hard to keep track because elections are not run on the federal level, but by the states. And in a big country like the US, there's just going to be some name repetition. If there's a John Smith in Nebraska and a John Smith in Iowa, that doesn't mean they're the same person. And election officials won't take someone off the registered voter list in their state until they're sure.
It's hard to keep lists up to date.
That's where our third expert, David Becker, comes in. In 2012, he founded the Electronic Registration Information Center, or ERIC. 30 states in the District of Columbia use the system. Every 60 to 90 days, they upload their voter rolls to a computer software. It will then combine this with data from the DMV, USPS, the Social Security Administration, and identify matches between states.
There's going to need to be multiple data points that match. It could be social, could be driver's license number, it could be email address. In addition to my name and other information.
And if there is a match, ERIC will then inform the states so they can start investigating whether someone moved.
It will help get people registered where they've just moved to, and it'll help the state where they've moved from begin the process of cleaning up their lists.
So we can verify that yes, you can be registered in multiple states, and it's legal. As for double voting, that's obviously not allowed. That would be a felony, and our experts say it could be easily tracked if they were to compare the state voter rolls.
If you have something you'd like us to verify, shoot us an email. Send your questions and claims to verify@thv11.com or reach out to us on social media.